My journey with long COVID kind of started before COVID. I'm a fully disabled vet. I was medically retired 10 years ago. My wife was my caregiver. She nursed me back, and about the time that I was able to walk and get myself back on my feet fully, she went to school and became a nurse. So when COVID first hit, I kind of started my caregiving process then, believe it or not. With her being a nurse and dealing with the pandemic and not having, this was at the very beginning, so they weren't wearing filters or anything yet. We were still trying to figure all that out. And I started knowing what it was like to be deployed in a wartime situation, things like that. I started driving her to work and picking her up so that she didn't have to focus on her journey back and forth. She had time to mentally prepare when she went to work, and she had time to decompress when she left work. About 6 months into the COVID pandemic, she got COVID at work. And being a nurse, getting COVID at work, I immediately jumped in to take care of her without thinking and spent 24 hours taking care of her. Then worried about whether or not I would get it, and separated. And then she tested positive. And 2 days later, the rest of us tested positive because I came back down after being with her to take care of the kids. And we were down for probably 5 to 6 weeks, hard. And it took a long time to recover, because you're drained, you just have no energy or anything like that.
We just didn't even realize we weren't recovering. Every day, we all would be like, oh, tomorrow we're going to probably wake up and be fine. Every single day. But it just kept going, and we didn't know what symptoms were real or what weren't, or what was COVID and what wasn't.
In the heat, she almost has stroke-like symptoms. Her face droops, she slurs her words, she has no energy. She does, she looks like she melts. Brain fog is very difficult, especially for people who already have outside issues. You know, ADHD is a big thing in our family, so that made it difficult for us to focus on things even more than we normally would.
Sebastian, come here.
What?
I let you play.
I'm rolling it out the door.
We have 3 kids, all with medical issues that we were dealing with before the pandemic. With brain fog, bleeding money like we are, and the fatigue. It's hard to plan a day out where you can get doctor's visits set up, have the energy to go do what you got to do as far as getting the doctors taken care of, finding the money to pay for all the medications and the doctor's visits, because even though we have decent insurance, it's $30 every time you see a specialist. It's $20 every time you go to the doctor now. Like,
We have 10 to 12 appointments a week.
yeah. So it's just draining. I mean, I'm almost beyond tears at this point. Like, I don't think I have any left. I've cried so many nights trying to figure out what I can do best, or how I can better do what I'm doing to take care of everybody. Set it and forget it, right?
There's just no system in place, and nobody understands it. We don't understand it, that's great. But there's nobody to help us.